day and welcome back to DonDiego. So on the last episode we got our 3 fields. Let's get the map up. We got field 26, 25, and 28 harvested. We brought the products back to the farm silo. There was a full header, harvester that we had left. So I ended up getting that dumped and put in the silo offline and got the harvester back to the farm. So what we need to do now on field 26 and 25, I believe we have some straw. So we have to go pick the straw up and bring that back to the farm. That's going to help us get ready for the horses that we're going to get. Now, just to show you this area here, I use OBS to record this video. And whenever I find I come up around field 26, I start losing frames. But anywhere else on the map, it's perfect. I'm getting 60 frames per second. No stuttering, and it runs very smooth. I've been testing this all last night and today. And I haven't figured out what the issue was. I've got rid of some mods that were causing conflicts. So the truck that we had for hauling our trailer, that's gone. So I had to purchase a new one. I'll show you the new one now in a moment. But now, when we go over to this field here to get the straw, another issue that it might be, right here in this area, just above field 26 and 25, there are a lot of trees. So I may have to get rid of some of the trees that's there. If I have to, I'll do that offline because that's quite boring and I'm not very good at the forestry part of this game. And I hate it. But I'll get rid of them and I'll sell them off and I'll just get rid of the money. I don't want the money for it. I just want to be able to get this game to run smoothly. But like I said, everywhere else on this map, it runs very smooth. Okay, so let's go back in now. I'll show you the new truck that I had to get. Yeah, every time I looked at the log of the game, I was getting errors on that other truck, so I don't know if it just don't go with this map or what it is. So this is the new truck. I got a nice chrome finish to it. Nice shiny. And it's got a lot of power. I like it. Okay, so with that out of the way, there were a few more mods that I got rid of, but I never had them in game, so no harm, no foul. So we need to get over to the shop now, and we're going to pick up a forage wagon so we can go to field 26 and 25. So we can get our straw picked up, get that dropped off at the farm here in the silos so we can slowly start getting ready to get the horses in. And another thing I was thinking about, and I just wanted to bring it up with all you guys, just leave some comments down below if you want. But if I'm having issues over in field 25, 26, and what's the other one? 28. I was thinking about selling off all them 3 fields and purchasing 1 field. So, if we can afford it, because I can only get the money that I get with those fields, and we'll probably look at purchasing another field, but I want to get the straw off of him first. So, there's the shop just over there. We'll go over now and we'll get that forage wagon so we can get that straw picked up. So I'm using the G29 and I'm really enjoying it. It takes the game, I think, to the next level. It's been pretty fun. I think I got all the key bindings set up to the way I want them. Alright, let's shut this off for a moment. Alright, let's go in the shop and let's see what we can get for a forage wagon. Do I want to do a forage wagon or do I want to go with a baler? I don't know. See, there's so much work to do with baling. Let's go into loading wagons. I'll go this route for now. And we got to be careful. We only have 133,000, so that one holds 23,000 liters. 34. Big price difference, though. I can use that one. It's not really realistic. I want to try to keep it as realistic as possible. Okay, so money-wise, I think we're going to have to go with this one. It'll be a couple of trips back and forth to the farm, but that's it. I want to be able to keep some money. And as we make more, I'll upgrade them, get the bigger ones, but we'll start off small. Alright, so let's go get that hooked up and let's go get that straw picked up. So yeah, yesterday I recorded my video on 1080p, so I'm gone back to 1440 for this video because I really didn't like the size of that last video. Alright. So I'm going to see how this works out today, and hopefully I don't have to go in and take out all them trees because I really can't stand forestry. Alright, let's get over to the field and then we'll find out. So yeah, if I get stuttering and low frame rates over there, it'll be for this video only, because what I'll end up doing is I'll sell them fields off and we'll get one field. Because I find when you're watching the video and that, and all of a sudden it starts stuttering, it don't make it very enjoyable at all. So far, so good. I'm trying to keep an eye on all this and watch the frame rates at the same time. So just bear with me as we start getting this done. Now, I thought it was because the amount of mods that I had installed. I mean, I'm only running right now. I got it down to 135 mods. But I was playing FS17 last night, and I got 865 mods. And I just did a test recording on the Valley, the old farm, and it was running 60 frames per second easy on all of it. I mean, I have a very high spec computer, so it should have no trouble running it. But we'll just keep an eye on it. So far it looks good. Okay, so this is going to take quite a while to get done. So I'll bring you back to the farm with me this time, and then we'll do a time lapse and get some more picked up. It's going to be quite repetitive. So I don't want to bore you guys from my channel yet. I mean, I'm just starting, so yeah, I'll do a quick time lapse and we'll get that straw picked up, get it brought back to the farm, and we'll see what we'll do next. Maybe we'll look at, if I'm having no issues with that field, we'll definitely have to start plowing them fields, get some lime on them. We need to get some oats ready and all that so we can get our horses on the go. Alright, I think I'm going to have to move that truck. So we'll just bring this guy here. The inside of this one is not very nice. It's just a black shell. But it looks really nice outside. So let's just get this down on the lower level. Oh my god, it's so much easier to drive around with a steering wheel. Now, let's get this first load of straw dropped off. That's the nice thing about this farm silo. It actually takes your straw, your hay, your grass, your silage. It does it all. Now, also, let me know if you guys want me to start doing bales. Do you want me to do the baling, or would you just rather me pick it up in a forage harvester? Or not a forage harvester, but a forage wagon. I mean, we can slowly start getting into bales. I find the bales are good for when you're making TMR. So maybe when I introduce cows into the series, maybe that's when we'll have more money at the time, so I'll be able to get probably a square baler, or I don't know, maybe even a round baler. But I find a round baler so slow because you got to oh, excuse me, you got to stop and unload to drop the bale out every time, and that gets annoying after a while. Alright, let me jump out of cab here. And we'll finish off this first row here now. Yeah, so this is going to take some time because there is a lot of straw here. I might even just get the straw off this one field. We might not need it off the other one. So if you guys just give me a few minutes, for you guys it'll be quite longer for me, but I'll be right back with you. I'll do a quick time lapse here and get this done. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, I'm back. This is going to be our last bit of straw that we'll get right now. It's just become very repetitive, and I don't want to base the whole video just on this. So let's get this back to the farm. I'll do the rest of that offline and get that stored in the silo. So I think what we're going to do next is we are going to go to field 28, and we're going to get a helper on that to start plowing it. I'm going to skip the lime this growth because we are getting low on money, and I don't have anything right yet to put the lime down with. So we'll skip the lime phase, we'll get that plowed out, and we will get oats planted in that field. So if we can get that done today, I'll be happy. So let's get this straw dropped off. I think it's 6 trips we did with the straw, so that's 100 and... well, it's over 120,000 liters of straw, so we got certainly enough straw for starting the horses. But we also can keep the straw there because it's used for making TMR for the cows and all that, and that'll come. Alright, I'm just going to leave that wagon right here. And let's go over and find the plow. I think I parked it in the clothes garage. We'll go over and have a look there now. Alright. Or do we even have a plow? Oh, there it is there. It's a cultivator, but it acts as a plow as well. So we're definitely going to need this monster. Okay, so let's head over to field 28 and we'll start getting that plowed. I'll put that on a helper and I'll come over and I'll get the seeder, get some seed into seeder and some fertilizer, and we'll get that started and ready to go. Now I'll have to probably use the John Deere. Now I don't think that has enough power to actually go over and actually seed it, so we'll have to wait till this machine is finished plowing the field. Now I don't know how the helpers are going to work on this map, but hopefully they're not too bad. Maybe over in that far corner it might, because it's close to the road, but we will soon find out. I just want to make sure I don't got create fields on. Okay. So we'll get this started. I'll do the first run. Line it up actually. And we'll hire a helper. Now I'm just going to stay with him for a moment, just to make sure that he's going to turn properly. Now I find with this one here, where it's so big, the helpers don't, it's like they don't know how to reverse with them properly, so they do some funny things, but sometimes they work. We'll just see how he handles it here now. Or she, actually. I think that's a female helper. Yes, it is. So she actually handled it pretty well. Okay, so let's tab back over to the farm. And we'll get this door open. We'll get that seeder ready. So that way we're ready to plant them oats as soon as that field is plowed. Some of these modded tractors are really great. I just wish they would do better jobs on the mirrors. Like, just let me get in cab here. Like, see, if you look over on the driver's side when you move your mouse, I mean, that's the way it should be all the time. But you move a certain way and it gives another reflection. So I think they need to pay a little bit more attention to their textures and how they respond to reflections and whatnot. Which is sad, because this is a really great tractor. Okay, well this one here is ready to go. We have 5,000 liters of fertilizer and 6,000 liters. We'll switch that over right now so I don't forget it. So we have that switched to Oats. And I'll use this tractor and we'll transport it over to the field. Okay. Turn on our beacons. Just go outside and have a look at the size of this. Like, it's not really struggling with it right now, but you put them claws down into the ground to start planting them seeds. This tractor is probably not going to be able to handle it. Now, I'm going to have to go in the middle of this bridge so we don't hit the side beams, and I got a vehicle coming the other way, so hopefully I can get across in time. And we just made it. So yeah, so we are on our way now to getting that field prepared for oats so we can get our horses started. Oh wow, look at that. I forgot how big that is. I'm going to actually try this John Deere and see if it will be able to handle it. Because I tell you, when you unfold this, it is huge. Let's zoom out a little. We're on our own field now. I can turn the beacons off. Alright, let's give it a shot. Yeah, it's actually handling it pretty good. I didn't think it was going to actually do it, but we'll get this field planted with oats and we'll get that starting to grow. We'll have to keep an eye out for the weeds. And when they come in, we'll have to get either a weeder or probably get a weeder rather than a herbalizer because it's cheaper. But we'll have to wait and see. Now, we do also have the possibility of taking out a loan. I'm going to try not to as long as I can. But if we decide if we have to take out a loan, we'll have to try to get that paid back right away. I find the best thing about horses is, now I do have the horse helper mod, which helps you walk your horses. Because there's so much to do on a farm. In real world, typically people probably would hire a horse trainer. So it's not really taken away from the game, and you actually got to pay for it. So every night at midnight, I believe, money comes out for the training of the horses. So you're not getting it for free. I missed a couple of spots on that one, so I'm going to overlap this one a little bit. Okay. Wow, that helper's actually working really well. Now, I do have a mod. It's called Helper Administrator or Helper Assist or whatnot. It allows you to have up to 20 workers at a time. You can name them. So, just let me bring up the mini-map. It was out in 17, in Farming Simulator 17. But instead of letters, they actually now have a name. So I actually like that. You know, Helper A, right? So right now we actually have Betty helping us. Now, I think the way it works is if I were to hire another worker, they would hire a male. So if you were hire 20 workers, you would have 20 females and 20 males working with you. So they try to keep it even that way. So that's pretty cool. Because yes, we live in a world that farming is not only a man's job. There's lots of women out there, I'm sure, that can probably farm better than most of us men. That's what my wife keeps telling me anyway. But she's one smart cookie, so I believe her. So this is actually going pretty nicely. We got the worker over there almost finished plowing the field. So they were far enough ahead of us to allow us to be able to come behind them. So that's good. We're not right behind each other. So we got room to work on both of our sides. So now I'm not sure what I'm going to plant in the other two fields over there. So like I said, offline now I'll pick up the rest of that straw. You know, that's a boring, tedious job. It has to be done, but it's just when you got a small forage wagon and you can only pick up 20,000 liters, it becomes quite repetitive going back and forth to the farm to the field. So yeah, I'll get that done offline later on today. And then on the next episode, we'll look at what we are going to plant in them fields. The frame rates on my recording in OBS are pretty much staying at 60 frames per second. So it could have been issues with some of the mods that I finally deleted, having issues with this map. So hopefully that was it. Because I like these fields. They're close to the farm. And gives us room for growth in other fields if we want to get any later on down the road. Now, I am going to start doing some contract work as well to help make money. So we'll have to look at what kind of prices they're offering on contract work. Now, one of my favorite mods that I enjoyed in FS17 is actually in testing right now with Giants. And that's the Follow Me mod. So that's great. I hope that gets approved and approved quick. There's so much you can do with the Follow Me mod. You can actually have a worker in the harvester and a truck and trailer and have them side by side on one another. That will make it more efficient. You know, when you're working on a big map like this in solo mode, you don't realize how much work there actually is to it. But there's a lot of work to it. So that's why when I start my somewhat realistic series, I'm going to use a map. It's actually, I got a map in mind. Don't ask me how to pronounce the name yet because I don't know. I'll figure it out before I start recording. It's a really great looking map. It's a big map, but it has small fields, so that's good. And we'll give that a try. My God, I'm going to have to spend time going back and forth up and down this field to get the spots that I missed. I'll blame it on that I'm not used to the wheel yet. So yeah, I got a bit of a busy day recording. I'm recording this episode right now and hopefully get this out later on this evening. And also later on this evening, I'll be recording with Nick the Hick on his multiplayer series. If you haven't seen it, just give him a search, Nick the Hick, and he's got a group. We got a great bunch of guys doing a multiplayer series on Western Australia. It's loads of fun, and we have a great laugh. And that is actually a 16x map, if I'm not mistaken. It is absolutely enormous. Okay, so that helper is done. So I'm just going to have to jump out here right quick and move this plow out of the way. We'll fold it up first. And we'll just move it down here out of the way a bit. Alright, we'll leave that there. Now let's go back and finish this field. I pretty much got the field done. I just got to go back now and get the couple of little spots that I missed. I got a little bit of OCD that way. I hate when you see a field growing and you missed all the spots. So, a little bit here. Alright, we almost got it all. Just another few little spots over on the other side. I just saw that one, so I can't leave that there. I gotta go get it. I'm not worried about that little spot on the edge of the field. It's a big long strip over here. It's almost a full length of the field. Oh, no. It's just in spots. So let's get this one done, and then we got another one there just in the center a little bit, and we'll have this field completed. So now the next time, once I get this harvested and get the oats off of it, because I want to start getting the horses in, the next time we're definitely going to have to lime this field. One of the most boring jobs in Farming Simulator. It wouldn't be so bad if it acted like the fertilizer and came out in the same proportion, but my God, it takes a lot of lime to lime the field. Okay, so let's get this back to the farm. Then we'll have to teleport over and we'll come back and get that other tractor and plow, and we'll get that bought back home. So I am quite surprised that this John Deere, I think this is a 6250, was actually able to handle this seeder, because it is quite big. Now we're free of cars. Let's get inside here. Now, let's get this parked on the side of the shed here. Slowly edge it back. If I go too fast, I might take out the brick fence we have there. And I think that's back far enough. So we'll drop that off. And let's put our tractor back in the garage. All right. Get out and close that door. So there you go, guys. We have field 28 planted with oats. I'll run over after and pick that tractor up. So we got a bit of straw left in field 26. All 25 still has straw in it, so I'll get them cleaned up now offline. I must say I've been watching the frame rates and they've been pretty stable the whole recording, so I'll keep on going with these 3 fields for now because I really like them. We still got, in our growth stage, this one is getting towards the end of its growth stage and this one is halfway. So we still got these 2 fields to complete. And what do we have in this one? I think it's Rogan. And in field 19 we have canola. So that's actually a small field, but that one actually comes with the farm. So when we bought the piece of land for the farm, that field 19 came with it. So also, if you look at right here, this looks like a nice little place too that we can put some sheds or some placeables down the road and open up the network. So like we can have our maybe a bigger shed to put our cedar and all that stuff. Because the silo and that is here. These are our horses. We'll have room for the cows and that. So we have a lot to be able to, we have a lot that we can do on this farm. This map is quite big itself. This is a 4X map. And it has a lot of sale points on it. A lot of forestry over this way and in here. So I think it's going to be a great series. We're 3 episodes in now, so I hope you guys are enjoying it. So I'm going to end the episode here by saying thanks for taking your time out of your day to sit back and watch. If you want to, if you like the video, I would really appreciate you clicking on that thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed, you can certainly hit that subscribe button and that bell right next to the subscribe button. If you click on that, it'll let you know the next time that I post a video or if I go live. So by saying that, we'll call that the end of it here today. And hopefully I'll have another episode out again tomorrow. So for now, bye-bye.